just back looking at the hole. Had a bit of rain. Hasn't rained for about, I'll say 2 months, maybe a bit more. And it rained today quite a bit, and got some water in there, but it's alright. It'll come out when I shovel out the rock that I jackhammered last time I was down there, so I'll get stuck into that. I'm just digging a bit of a sump because there's more water down here than I thought. So I'll dig a bit of a sump and I'll get the pump going to get a fair bit of this water out. And while I'm down here, we'll fill up the 3 buckets. I may as well. Oops. Had to pull a bit more pipe down as the hole gets deeper. Pipe needs to get longer. There we go. While I'm letting this pump out, a shout out to all the other builders, bunker builders, Lex over there off the east coast of Australia, and Dale, backyard bunker builder up north somewhere, and on the other side of the world is tunnel track in sunny Scotland, and then I think down south from him in the Queen's country, well, it's actually now it's the King's country, in UK somewhere, is the Turbo Conquering Mega Eagle. A few other ones that sort of haven't been that active. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Sounds like the morning after a good night. That's it, all turned off. Put it back up there for next time, somewhere. Yeah, it's a good idea. I'll put a switch in that, probably up here somewhere. Just an inline switch. Just no chance it can get stuck in the water. The water won't come up this high. Well, I hope. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, yeah, so I should do that. So I don't have to climb up to turn it off at the power supply. It's just a 12-volt pump with a 12-volt power supply in the shed. I think I've shown you that before. So now I'm going to go up and classify or sieve the rock and the clay and use it for putting in the floor of another shed. It's a sort of a cheap way of putting a floor in a shed. It's really only a shed for storage, so it's not like it's going to get a lot of traffic. So let's go and do that. And that's it. So I'll do that probably 3 times for the average jackhammer session. I lift up 3 lots of 3 buckets, sort of half full, 2/3, whatever, and then I tip the clay water in to fill up some of the holes, and then tip the clay stone mix in to fill up the hole. As you can see, I'm nearly done. Maybe one more jackhammering session to finish it off, but most of it's done. That's what I do pretty much at the moment. I just jackhammer, shovel it into the buckets, pull the buckets up, classify it, spread it, and do it again. This is where the coarse rocks go here, and this is the finer rocks that I don't want for the shed. Sort of building a bit of a driveway here, a driveway section. This bit here, or make it all look like that, all the way along here to here. Then I'll need to do something, because this point here is where the water drains. So I can't block that up. So I'll do something different here. But then basically all the way to my left, about, I'll say 60 meters or so, will be a like a fill sort of a job to make the track more level or flatter. At the moment it's across the side of the hill, but I'm not going to be building a wall there. Just let it fall off naturally. So I've got plenty of things. I'll try and speak properly. I've got plenty of little side projects to do, but I can use some of this rock. There's the shed floor after the 8 buckets. Nearly finished. I'm going to put a little bit more of a ramp there, and a bit more sort of clayey water to sort of fill in some of the gaps. You can sort of see what it looks like under there. Ends up with a sort of a clay surface. It's probably a bit much there, but it doesn't matter. This is just going to be for storage, and perfect timing because it's just started raining again. Alright, all done, all mucked out. Got a bit of a high spot here in my left footies, my safety thongs. So that'll be the first thing that I do when I jackhammer down here next, is get this high spot out, and then just sort of generally go around the outside and generally dig another, I don't know, I suppose I go down 1 or 2 inches every time I jackhammer, because an inch of loose gravel or loose rock will sort of take up 2 or 3 inches of height, and you can't see what you're doing, and you can jackhammer in there and you sort of feel it's doing something, but you don't really know. So I'll do a little bit of that, but mainly once I can't see see the tip of the jackhammer, I don't do too much more. Plus it makes the mucking out exercise that much bigger. It was 8 buckets today. It sort of varies. And that's it. Now I do need to do something about a mascot. I did have one down here, and the very first time I brought it down, it was a soft toy. It did a face plant into a puddle, and I cracked it and thought, well, that's no good. And I haven't found another one since. I've kept my eyes open for something one of these days. Well, that's it for another mucking session. I don't video all this stuff because it's pretty repetitive, but the next thing I'll probably video will be when I start to dig out this ledge here. It's handy at the moment because I put the ladder on it, but it can't stay there forever. And the deeper I go, the wider the ledge gets because of the angle of that shear zone, or whatever you call it. But so it's going down on a bit of an angle, and I like to have a bit more room to work. So probably the next thing you'll see me videoing, unless I do some work on the roof, which is possible, but in terms of digging, the next thing you'll see me doing is probably going to be jackhammering that ledge out. But until then, for those who are digging, keep on digging. For those who are watching, keep on watching. See ya.